Video tutorial is going to be some basic special effects for Halloween, and I'm going to be using products that I found around my house that you don't have to spend a lot of money on your Halloween costume tutorials and your makeup stuff. Usually it's stuff that you already have laying around. Like what I'm going to be using today, I'm going to be using my eyelash glue, which is also it's basically a liquid latex. So this is something that you can use for creating like your scar tissue or any sort of raised area on your skin. This is the perfect item. The next thing, I made my own blood. Ooh, so scary. I made my own blood out of corn syrup, and I just put a little bit of red food dye in it, so that's what I'm going to be using for some fake blood. And I'm going to be using a couple of other things, like I have some string that I'm going to be using for like fake stitches, things like that. So really, this is basic, but really easy to achieve special effects, so be sure to keep watching. First, you're going to take a cotton pad or a cotton ball, anything cotton, and you're going to remove some little wispies from it. And this is what we're going to use to create our scarring. So take your liquid latex, or in this case, your eyelash glue, apply a small amount to your cheek and just kind of blend it outwards with your brush. Then you're going to take those small wispies of cotton and stick them to your liquid latex. And this is going to create sort of a mottled, uneven skin. Now take your eyelash glue and apply it over the top of the cotton that you had already glued to your cheek. While that's drying, let's go ahead and apply some more liquid latex for other effects. Go ahead and apply a large area. I'm doing this on my forehead. It can be done anywhere on the face, and we're going to let that dry. Next, we're going to apply a small amount and a stripe for our scar and for our stitching. Now let's go ahead and do a blacked out eye, sort of a goth looking eye. And the best way to achieve that is to take a black eyeliner, apply it all over your entire eyelid, above and below. Go ahead and get on your waterline, get it everywhere. And with a matte brown eyeshadow, go over the top of that. And this is just going to help keep it from smearing or creasing and just kind of blend it out a little more evenly as well. Now we're going to use a pink shadow, or a red one will do, and we're going to blend that around the edges of our black. And this is going to just really give that sort of zombie dead look. Everything needs to be ringed in red to kind of give that gothic sort of dark look to it. Now let's go ahead while we're still waiting and apply one more strip to the stitches area. While we wait for that to dry, let's cover up our cotton using MAC Cover Up. I'm just going to apply Cover Up over the entire area to cover up the white from the cotton, and you're just going to blend that in. And you can see there's my scarred up skin. Gross. Now let's work on some road rash. That liquid latex that dried on our forehead, just take your finger and scratch it up, and it's going to look like scratched up skin. Now with that homemade corn syrup and red dye, which is my blood, just take a toothpick and dab spots of blood all over to create a great road rash. Now we're going to work on our stitches, and I'm just using a basic kitchen string. I tied it in a knot, and I'm going to use 4 of those knots and apply it over the liquid latex line that I've already been working on. So take those 4 and just kind of gently press them into the glue. And it can be a little tricky, so work with it a bit. And once you're done with that, you're going to take the glue and apply it over the top one more time. And this is really just going to give that raised effect of any sort of scar or cut would have, where it's going to be a little bit swollen, a little bit raised, and with stitches running through it, it's obviously going to be raised as well. And just to complete the look, I wanted to use a little bit of dark lipstick. Apply some fake blood, and you're finished. Enjoy. And let's go ahead and just take one final look at our road rash, our stitches, and our scarring.